Guys, this is Clark Knives here with just a quick little video on some things I think you should have camping gear. I will go ahead and say this, viewer discretion is advised. This video does include a firearm, so I'm a trained professional with my firearms. If firearms make you uneasy and everything like that, you might want to click off the video. I'm very up with my weapon safety and everything like that, so YouTube, please don't take this video down. I'm just showing the essential camping gear. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get into just some of the basic camping gear you might need. So first of all, I have the Winkler SD1 with me, and I'm just out here collecting some wood for whittling, just out here in my grandpa's woods. And I've got most of my camping gear on me just because I keep everything kind of all together. So Winkler SD1, it's a good everyday carry knife. It feels good in the hands. It's decently small. You've got a pretty decent blade steel. This is ADCRV2. It gets really sharp, and this is good for just about anything you can do in the woods. Let's see here. I'll go ahead and then another thing is I don't have just a off the top hatchet or axe or anything like that. This is just a cheap little cobalt axe or hatchet that I picked up at Lowe's. My ear's itching. But this will get most of the stuff you don't need done. I'm gonna just put that to the side so I don't want my knife to fall down. But that is a nice little, small little hatchet you can carry around to chop up some wood, make some kindling for fires, etc. And I did carve a little bit of a hand notch in there so it don't slip out of my hands, because it was really smooth and everything like that. So that made it a little bit more grippy, that way it don't fly out of my hands. And what I recommend, what I just got done doing actually, is putting another decent little edge on my hatchet so I can cut through this wood a little bit better. This is just something I picked up from Walmart. It's got a coarse side and a smoother side. I do believe this is diamond. I really couldn't tell you, I don't know. Whatever the one at Walmart offers. But that is that. Another main thing that I really recommend is carrying a firearm with you. And this is a Rock Island Armory 1911, chambered in 45 ACP. I do usually keep it loaded and in my holster on my side, just because in the woods, in the mountains, you really never know what could try to run up on you and possibly get you. So it's always nice to have something to protect yourself with. Even though you could probably get away with knives and a hatchet and all that stuff, but you really never know. So I'm gonna put that back in my holster so that it's out of my way. And then in here I have my skinning knife. I will take that out to show y'all. This is my dad's deer hunting knife, skinning knife, whatever you want to call it, that he gifted to me a while back, because I told him that I would like to have it someday, and he was generous enough to gift it to me. I do have, for the winter time, a pair of I think those are wool gloves, and then a pair of leather gloves as well. This little pack, I'm kind of cheap when it comes to camping gear, because you don't need just the most expensive stuff out there. This is just something I picked up from O'Reilly's. It's supposed to be a tool bag, but I've integrated it into like a camping bag. Whenever I go camping, there might not be dry wood around, so I do bring a little extra bit of kindling with me, and then some rope. I should have brought my tripod, to be honest. And then in this section here, this is more like if it's cold outside. I've got some feet warmers or hand warmers in this pocket, and then to start a fire, I have just some pieces of cardboard that have been soaked in wax. That's really good for a fire starter. That cardboard will burn for a very long period of time just on one of these. So that's a decent fire starter. Of course, Band-Aids, just in case I accidentally cut myself while I'm camping. And then in this pocket here, I have a little spoon spatula type thing for cooking and all that. And in this pocket, I also have another Winkler. This is a contingency. I haven't made a video on this yet, but I plan on making an in-depth video on this very soon. But I've also got this for another little type of skinning slash filleting knife. Let's see, what else do I have in here? I've got an extra mag for my gun. You can see in there, I'm not gonna pull it out. I've got some string. This is actually just shoestring that I had laying around the house, just in case I need some. And then of course my hammer and hide little journal, where I can just kind of jot my ideas down. I think that's everything in that. And then in the top of this backpack, which this is a Western Leather Goods, that's the brand of this, Western Leather Goods waxed canvas backpack. Most of the time, if you look for these canvas backpacks, they're really expensive, and I just don't have the means or the money to buy just a really expensive waxed canvas backpack. But Western Leather Goods does have some really good prices on some of their backpacks, so this one does me just fine. And you can also use it for a school bag, but I use it for camping. This is the inside. I've got just another sharpening stone just in case. There's nothing in that pocket, nothing in that pocket. And then it's got a little zipper pocket here on the side that I keep. Sometimes I'll throw some ammo in here, like 22 shells or something. And then in here, I've got, it's not necessarily needed, but I do have a compass that does work. I've got 2 boxes of matches, a lighter. Man, my camera won't focus. Hang on. A camp knife that I just got from a flea market and have cleaned up and sharpened. A couple pieces of leather for I don't know what, just in case, and then a little strop that I put together. But that's kind of like a little care package kind of thing. Now it won't close. Oh, there's a piece of leather in it. Hang on. There we go. So that's pretty much the essentials I have. I carry multiple knives with me just in case they get dull. They have multiple purposes and everything like that. I'm still working on gathering everything up as far as like forks, spoons, and everything like that. I want to get stuff that I can continuously carry over and over and over again instead of just bringing plastic with me. But yeah, that's just a quick little video on some stuff that I think you could really use during a camping adventure or just being in the outdoors, bushcrafting type of deal. But yeah, that's everything. Here is the woods. It is very peaceful out here, and I'm really enjoying my time. But if y'all enjoyed this video, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. And if y'all want to see me put some of this stuff to use and show y'all how to use everything, let me know and I can do that. We'll see y'all later. Peace.